Hello, Internet. Today, I'd like to talk about mobile training or training on the road. I'm on the road all the time. Not everybody is, but some people have to travel a lot, and it's a good thing to talk about, you know, what you need on the road for training, which is not that much, which is why if you're traveling around, I think you can keep up your dry fire habit, especially. Um, especially can. Especially if you're traveling with guns. Like that makes life a lot easier if you travel with something you can actually dry fire. But I plan to dry fire on this trip. I plan to practice. So let me show you what I brought with me. These are scaled targets from the pro shop. They used to be a laser cut. That was a time waster. So they stopped laser cutting and now they stamp out miniature targets. They come in different sizes, of course. These are the small ones, the 1/6 scale. They come in 1/3 scale, half scale as well, I think. Come in different sizes. I was planning on doing a lot of rifle dry fire on this trip, so I brought the small ones and some tape to stick them up to the wall. Now, one other core component of my dry fire that I'm going to need is the timer. I'll use the par setting on this, and that, can have a timer that way. One other thing I brought is a magazine full of dummy rounds. I don't know if you guys use dummy rounds like this, but this is definitely my preference here, where this is an actual bullet, actual case that was loaded. I think Joel loaded these for me. So these are like loaded rounds. There's just no powder and no primer. Easily verifiable. When I pick up the magazine, I can look and be like, okay, these are dummies. And I can use these for training as well. I like them for the old reload practice, slamming this into the gun, making sure it, oh, I missed the seat. Slam this into the gun, making sure I seat it, that kind of thing. All right, there's one other toy I brought for my dry fire, and you guys know I've been playing with it, and that would be the Mantis. Now, I do like dry firing the Mantis with my rifles. Like if I'm gonna do dry fire, I think it's just more interesting and more engaging to use the Mantis. It's certainly not something you need, but it's something you can do. The stuff that you really need, like need, I would say is like this. Like this stuff, this much stuff. As long as I have my gun with me, I bring this stuff, I'm gonna have the stuff I need to do productive dry practice. I can even turn down the volume on the beeper here. If I'm in a hotel or whatever, I can turn it way down so you cannot hear it in the next room. And then I can have at it and do my training. Training is it's a thing you need to do on a regular basis. It's like a lifestyle thing. So that's why it's worth talking about, like, hey, if you're traveling or you get disrupted, your schedule gets disrupted this, that, or the other way, you've got to continue the training. That's an important thing. So don't neglect it just because you're on the road.